For this recipe, you will need jumbo shells, extra firm tofu, pasta sauce, 1 medium onion, 1 tablespoon minced garlic, 2 tablespoons basil, 1 tablespoon miso paste, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, and salt and pepper. So to start out, you're going to want to boil your pasta, so just fill up a large pot of water and then cook your pasta according to the package. And while that is boiling, just chop up your onions into small pieces. And then just saute your onions until they are soft and translucent. This usually takes me about 5 minutes or so, and you can also saute these in oil, but I personally just use water. I feel like they're not so greasy that way, and I really like how they turn out, and I do feel like it's a little bit healthier, but you can saute them whatever way works for you. So once your water is boiling, just add in your shells, and I always like to salt my water beforehand because that is the opportunity you get to flavor your pasta. And then I will just cook those according to the box, but just be careful not to overcook them. So while your pasta is boiling, go ahead and grab a food processor and add your tofu in, but make sure that you've drained it really well. And I just like to roughly chop my tofu as I add it into the food processor, and that way it just fits easier. And then you will just add in all of the rest of your ingredients. So you'll add in your cooked onions, your minced garlic, your lemon juice, and you can use whatever kind of miso paste you want. I just usually always go for the white, but I believe they will all work just fine. And then you'll add in your salt, and your pepper, and last, your basil. So once you have all of your ingredients in there, just start pulsing it and make sure that you pulse it. Do not just hold the food processor down or turn it on all the way. Be sure you're pulsing it, otherwise you won't have any texture to this and it just won't come out quite as well. And once everything is nice and blended together and well incorporated, that is all you have to do to make your vegan ricotta cheese. This stuff tastes so good, and you can use it in lots of different recipes if you're trying to make a vegan lasagna or just any kind of recipe that you're gonna want ricotta cheese for. You really can't even taste the difference that it's not actual cheese. By this time your shells are probably done cooking, so go ahead and strain those and then just let them cool for a few minutes so that you're able to handle them. Once your pasta has cooled down for a few minutes, you're going to take your favorite pasta sauce and just add a thin layer along the bottom of your baking dish, and make sure you spread it out nice and evenly, and this will help your pasta not stick to the bottom of the pan. And now it is time to stuff your shells, so I just take about a tablespoon of the tofu mixture and stuff it into the shells, and then once you have an entire layer of stuffed shells, go ahead and add a little bit more pasta sauce over the top of those. And then do a second layer and then add some more sauce on top of that. And then it is ready to go into the oven. So I will either use tin foil and just cover it completely with tin foil, or put an oven safe lid on top and stick it into a 375-degree oven for about 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, you're going to take the tin foil off or take the lid off, whatever you chose, and then return it back to the oven for another 15 minutes. And that is it. That is all there is to this recipe. This has been one of my family's favorites for years, and I have made this for so many friends and family, and even if you are not vegan, you really cannot even tell the difference. I always surprise people when I tell them it's tofu and they cannot believe it, so definitely try this one out. And if you end up making it, be sure to snap a picture and send it to me over on Instagram or tag me. I always love hearing how you guys like the meals that I share with you guys. And do not forget to subscribe down below if you are not already, and also follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you in my next one.